Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamila and that's not the intro that I wanted to do. Bum, bum. Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome to Jammy's 12 Days of Christmas, where for 12 days in the month of December leading up to Christmas, I will be celebrating 12 creators that have had a huge impact in my beauty journey, taking me from makeup enthusiast, makeup lover, makeup hoarder to now YouTuber and content creator. We are on day 4, yes, day 4, and today we will be celebrating none other than the beautiful Morgan Turner. Morgan Turner is the queen of luxury makeup, and she has such a huge influence on my makeup journey. And to honor her today, I wanted to do a soft glam look using as much, or if not all, of my Charlotte Tilbury products, because I think she's the one that really got me into Charlotte Tilbury and has really bolstered my love for luxury makeup. So before we kick off the video, hi, welcome. If this is your first time here, let me just quickly introduce myself. I am Jamila and I love all things makeup. I love all things skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. If that sounds like something that you are interested in and you have not already done so, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing to my channel and joining the family. Now that we are friends and we know each other a little bit better, let's dive into the video where I show you guys how I create this beautiful soft glam look, very much inspired by Morgan, using my Charlotte Tilbury products. Now, Morgan is definitely one of the creators that I have started following, I would say more recently, as of like last year. I definitely discovered her when I went down my Pat McGrath rabbit hole, because she is one of the creators who has probably the best Pat McGrath content. She's a ton of swatches, a ton of ranking videos, a ton of stuff when it comes to Pat McGrath. But for today's video, what I wanted to do was honor her by doing a soft glam look. Because even though I found her because I was looking for content related to Pat McGrath, I honestly think that Morgan is the queen of soft glam. When you look at the makeup that she does, when you look at her aesthetic, when you look at her vibe, like everything just kind of has this soft glam, like effortless look. So for today, I'm going to be using a ton of Charlotte Tilbury products because I know she loves Charlotte Tilbury, and I think Charlotte is also a brand that is very well known for soft glam. So I'm gonna stop talking because I'm a little bit short on time. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit closer because to start off this look, I'm gonna be using the OG Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. Now this is a palette that I have not used yet. It's been in my collection for a while. I think I found it for like 50% off on Poshmark. So I've had it for a minute, just haven't used it. Okay, come in a little bit closer and let's dive into the eyes, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about Morgan as I do my face. Okay, so I'm gonna start by going into this shade here and using that as my first transition shade. Okay, and let's chit chat, shall we? So like I was saying, I feel like Morgan is one of those creators that is just absolutely amazing when it comes to soft glam. Now, just to go back, she is a luxury YouTuber, which I think is why I have been watching her pretty much non-stop once I started getting into luxury makeup, because she does such an excellent job at talking about and reviewing brands in a non-biased way and just giving you the facts. Now, even though she loves luxury makeup, she has no problem calling out luxury brands when their quality is trash, because let's be real, sometimes they have products that are just, they're just not it. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're not giving what they're supposed to give. Now, she used to be a teacher, but now she's a full-time content creator, and she does bridal makeup, which I think also goes along with her aesthetic of being like the soft glam queen, because I feel like when I look at her, you know, pictures on Instagram from the weddings that she does, it definitely is that sort of beautiful, ethereal, just effortless vibe that she gives her clients. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about and honor Morgan specifically is because she is one of the creators that has influenced my channel in such an impactful way. When I was thinking and hemming and hawing and going back and forth on like, okay, do I want to start a channel? And I finally decided, yes, this is what I want to do. I want to have my own channel. The second question for me was like, what do I want my channel to look like? What do I want my channel to feel like when people come to come to watch my content. And she was one of the first creators that and probably one of the main creators that I looked at and I said, this is what I want to emulate. Her content is so professionally done. Like, I absolutely love it because she put such effort into making sure that the quality is there. And that was one thing that I wanted. I wanted to make sure that I had that quality. Like, I don't want to just put out content for the sake of content and not put out quality content. That was really, really important to me. And I feel like you can see the time and the effort and the love that she puts into every video that she puts out there, which is what I wanted to do as well with my channel. So that was actually a little bit deeper than I thought it was going to be. I thought I would need to go in with another shade to deepen up the crease, but apparently not. So next I'm just gonna go in with this deep, rich chocolate brown, and I'm gonna use that to deepen up the outer V. Now for today's look, I do have a really important meeting at work, so I'm trying to keep it very simple, very professional, very classy, hence the soft glam look. Like, I just want it to look like this is how I normally look, even though that is a wish, a dream, and a prayer, but that's what we're gonna go with. Anyways, going back to Morgan, so like I was saying, you know, she's definitely one of the channels that I wanted to emulate when I was thinking about how I wanted my content to look. I looked at how she did her swatches. I looked at how she did her reviews, the format in which she structured her videos, because I thought that she did a really good job at having her personality show through, but getting to the meat of what people were coming to her channel to see, and that is to see reviews on the products that she was using, to get really detailed information about the quality of the products that she was using. And I absolutely loved that. I always felt that I learned something when I looked at her videos. I felt like, okay, I understood the product better. I understood the pros and the cons, and now I feel like I can be a more informed consumer. Now, granted, I didn't want to be a review channel, but I still thought that the features that she had in her video and the structure of her video was something that I wanted to emulate when I was creating my channel. And like I said, you know, she sent me down a huge rabbit hole when it comes to luxury makeup. Like, I went to her for Pat McGrath, and then suddenly I'm like, ooh, Charlotte Tilbury, who's that? Thomas Ford, and I'm calling him Thomas. But you know, you guys know, Tom Ford, Dior, you know, all of these brands that I had no intention of like ever getting involved in or looking into. Having watched her channel, I was like, maybe I need to give this another look. So she's definitely responsible for a lot of my luxury makeup purchases. I am loving how this is blending. Like, Charlotte can be hit or miss with me, but this Pillow Talk palette is, I see why it's a holy grail and it's one of her OGs. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury. Now for my lid, I do want to play around with the two shimmers here. So I'm first going to go in with this pink shimmer and put that in the center of the lid. And then I'm just gonna flip that brush over and go in with this shade here. It's the last shimmer, and I'm gonna put that into the inner third of the eye. And you can see how soft and ethereal this look is. Like, it looks like I didn't really try, which is definitely the look I'm going for. It's definitely not a no makeup look, but it's one of those, I just woke up and looked like this. Just gonna quickly take my initial blending brush and just blend the top together. It's all about the blend. That was also something that I learned from Morgan is, you know, the art of blending. Morgan and Mel Thompson are two creators that I definitely learned about blending looks together and doing eyeshadow looks specifically. They were both like very, very instrumental. I'm going back over with the brush that had some of the deep brown in there just to make sure that we don't lose some of that depth in the crease and in the outer parts of the eye. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of liner and then I'm gonna zoom you guys out and we'll get started on the rest of the face. Okay, so I definitely don't have enough for a full face of Charlotte, so I'm gonna use what I do have. I'm gonna start off by priming my face with my e.l.f. Acne Potty Primer, which you guys can already see I am almost done with this. I have been obsessed with this ever since I started using it. It does have salicylic acid in there, which is supposed to be really helpful for acne prone skin, which I do have. And I feel like it's the right mix of being hydrating and blurring. Like, it doesn't make my skin feel dry or super matte at all, but it doesn't give me an overly hydrated feel where I think that my makeup is gonna end up getting oily. Now, I do have the Charlotte Airbrush Floorless Foundation. This is in the shade 12.5N or 12.5 Neutral. I absolutely love this. Like, this is such a good foundation. Never let it pour off. Join the Now it's definitely on the thicker side, and I would say that this is a true medium to full coverage foundation. Like, one pump goes such a long way, so just be careful, take your time, don't go in a little too heavy-handed on the initial application, because like, start with one pump. You don't need more than that. Well, you need like 1.5, but start with one. And because the goal is soft glam, I really don't want to have a full coverage look. Like, I really want it to be that soft, effortless look. So I'm being very, very light-handed with my foundation application. With everything that I put on my face, you'll see that I'm gonna go just a little bit light-handed because I don't want anything over the top. This is gonna be a very everyday friendly makeup look. I am loving this already. I don't know why I can't get comfortable in the seat. I don't have a concealer for Charlotte's. I'm actually just gonna go in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I have two shades. I have the matte one in Deep Chestnut and then the hydrating one in Deep Olive. So I'm gonna mix both of them. You'll see that this one is honestly pretty much just my skin tone. So I'm just gonna put that on the outer parts of the eye. Then I'm gonna take the hydrating one, which is definitely the brighter one. I'm gonna put that in places that I want to brighten. And then I'm gonna go back into the matte one, just add a little bit around my nose area. And then we blend. Okay, and while we're blending, let me just finish up my thoughts because I feel like I just trailed off in talking about Morgan and didn't actually finish my thoughts. But yes, Morgan is definitely one of those people that I, go to for luxury beauty content. Entering the world of luxury beauty can be really intimidating because these products are expensive. And when you're buying such expensive makeup, you want to make sure that you're buying the best quality, because even though everything that they have is super expensive, not everything that they have is quality and not everything is worth your money. So having a creator that, just gives such honest feedback on these luxury brands and the products that they create was really important, because you don't want to waste your money on such expensive products and then not have it work for you. And even though Morgan dabbles in the, well, not dabbles, but lives in the luxury makeup space, she also does a lot of high-end makeup as well. So sometimes she'll recommend products that are in the high-end range, like some ABH, some Too Faced, well, maybe not Too Faced, but those types of brands that are definitely cheaper than, say, a Pat McGrath, a Charlotte Tilbury, a Dior, Tom Ford, you know, like Chanel. So I like fully appreciate her thoughts and her perspectives. And like I said, you know, her content is so professionally done that I always feel really confident watching it. And I always, every time I look at her videos, I'm like, this quality is impeccable. The video is impeccable. The editing is absolutely amazing. Like everything just looks well done, well thought out. And I do appreciate the amount of effort that goes into that. Like creating content on its own is hard enough, but then spending the time to make sure that every single detail is there is just, I fully 100% appreciate it. And like I said, she's definitely one of the creators that I, you know, wish to emulate in the quality that I put out on my channel. And that's why she's number 4 on my 12 Days of Christmas series, because she's one of those creators that I just absolutely love watching. Okay, I feel like my base is looking so good. Wow. This Charlotte phone, like Charlotte has some work to do on her, on the skin tone range of her products, but when she gets it right, she gets it right. And you guys seeing that? I'm obsessed with the way my base looks. Okay, I don't have a Charlotte under eye setting powder, so I'm gonna go in with my Cover FX. This is a matte setting powder. It's a matte loose setting powder, so I'm gonna use that just to set all of the places where I had a concealer. So I'm gonna plop it into my under eyes and in my T-zone. Okay, so now I'm just gonna bring you guys back in. I'm gonna quickly do my waterline and then zoom you all back out, and then we'll finish up the rest of the face. So for the waterline, I'm gonna go back into the brown shade, the deep brown shade, and then I'm just gonna sweep that in the outer half of the eye. And then lastly, I'm gonna take the shimmer shade right here, and I'm gonna put that into the inner half of the eye. This gives it a little bit more drama, but still keeps it soft glam. I am loving how the eyes are looking. Okay, let's zoom back out and finish up the rest of the face. To set my entire face, I'm gonna go into the Airbrush Flawless Finish Micro Smooth Powder. I guess it's just called the Micro Powder. This is in the shade 4 Deep, which honestly is like a hair too deep for me, but we're just gonna make it what you see. It's just a little too, I need to get number 3 in this powder. This one is this. Slightly too deep for me. But it's a great powder to use on top of foundations that just a hair too light, to just kind of deepen things up a little bit. So I try to go real light-handed with this because... For bronzer, I do have 2 Charlotte Tilbury bronzers. I have it in the shade number 4 Deep Bronze, and then I have it in the shade number, I think it's number 3 Tan. Yes. So here we have Deep Bronze and Tan. I fall somewhere in the middle, which is why Miss Tilbury needs a new shade. So I'm gonna start off with Deep Bronze, which is number 4. Going very light-handed. Now this is a very deep, very red bronzer, which is too deep for me. But what I'm gonna do, and I believe one of you guys actually taught me this trick, was to start with number 4 and then buff number 4 out with number 3. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with number 4, and then to make it less red and less harsh, I'm gonna go in with number 3 to buff it out. I should just sell number 4. I don't know why I keep holding on to that damn bronzer. So here's number 3. And then I'm just gonna go over number 4 with that. Now where 4 is definitely deep and red, 3 is definitely tan and neutral. So I like a more neutral bronzer, which is why I like 3 more, because it's the undertone that I prefer. But I feel like 3 is just too light for me when it comes to bronzing. I feel like this one is a little too, you know, we're not gonna complain, we're just gonna go with it. For blush, I'm gonna go into the Glowgasm face palette. Now this does include a bronzer that I probably should have tried to see if this would work on me, but I wanted to show you guys as much products as I possibly could. So it does have a bronzer, it has a shimmer blush. I don't know if you guys can see. And then it has a contour shade and a highlighter. I'm gonna go in with the shimmer blush as my blush today because I don't have any other Charlotte Tilbury blush. My Charlotte Tilbury collection is limited, guys. This is very shimmery. Now Charlotte is known for her glow, like her glowy look. That's the aesthetic. So we're just gonna shine bright like a diamond today. Shine bright like a diamond. Y'all see this? I feel like nothing is picking up on my face. I've never tried this blush on. Let me switch brushes. So I was using this angled, it's a Morphe brush, and I have another one here from Marc Jacobs. It's like the same shape almost, but this one is a little bit denser. So I'm gonna switch to this one because I think that it might pick up the product just a little bit better. Because I don't know if you guys can see, but it doesn't seem to like be showing up on my face at all. There's more picking up on the brush, so. I mean, there's a nice little sheen that's starting to appear, but there's no color to it. It just looks like highlight. Like I have shiny cheeks now. I think this palette was like $75. Jesus. $75 for this. Hi, hi, hi. And then I'm gonna take the highlighter from this same palette and use that to highlight my cheekbones and the high points. I feel like I'm putting highlighter over highlighter because that blush was just pure shimmer. Like, it's cute, but it's definitely not a blush. Well, I guess it's called multi-glow. I don't know what that means. Maybe it is supposed to be a highlighter and I decided that it was supposed to be a blush. Oh, it just looks shiny, 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 shiny. Then I'm using that same shade as my brow bone highlight. Okay, I don't have any Charlotte Tilbury mascara or lip products, so I'm gonna just do my mascara and my lips off camera and I'll come back to end out this video. Okay guys, I'm back and this is the final look. Let me bring you guys in a little bit closer and show you guys some of the details, and then we'll zoom out and end this video.
Your name, never let pour root up. Join the reindeer games. Dasher, dancer, prince, or vixen, they came after you. But instead of stand out, you went to the moon. On the day before Christmas, Santa chose you.
Okay, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this 12 days of Christmas journey. Like I said, today is day number 4, and I'm so happy that I got a chance to honor and celebrate Morgan Turner. She's such an amazing content creator, and if you are into luxury makeup, if you want to get into luxury makeup, you should definitely head on over to her channel and her Instagram page and show her some love and follow, subscribe, support, you know? I will have all of her information linked down below, so definitely make sure you give that a look. And as always, if you have not already done so and you have made it to this point in the video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Support is free, y'all already know. Make sure you like this video, leave a comment down below, share with a friend if you think they might be interested in the content. Come on back for the next video, which will be in a couple of days. As always, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.